Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another chapter of Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj's I Am That. And today we will be looking at chapter 43. Ignorance can be recognized, not jnana. Ignorance can be recognized. When we see ignorance, we notice it. That's ego, or that's ignorance. We hear it, we feel it. From year to year, your teaching remains the same. There seems to be no progress in what you tell us. In a hospital, the sick are treated and get well. The treatment is routine, with hardly any change. But there is nothing monotonous about health. My teaching may be routine, but the fruit of it is new from man to man. The fruit of it is new from man to man. What is realization? Who is a realized man? By what is the jnani recognized? There are no distinctive marks of jnana. Only ignorance can be recognized, not jnana. Nor does a jnani claim to be something special. All those who proclaim their own greatness and uniqueness are not jnanis. They are mistaking some unusual development for realization. The jnani shows no tendency to proclaim himself to be a jnani. I am a jnani. He considers himself to be perfectly normal and natural, true to his real nature. Proclaiming oneself to be an omnipotent, omniscient, and omnipotent deity is a clear sign of ignorance. Can the jnani convey his experience to the ignorant? Can jnana, realization, be transmitted from one man to another? Nisargadatta says, yes, it can. The words of a jnani have the power of dispelling ignorance and darkness in the mind. It is not the words that matter, but the power behind them. What is that power? The power of conviction based on personal realization, on one's own direct experience. Some realized people say that knowledge must be one, not got. Another can only teach, but the learning is one's own. It comes to the same. There are many who have practiced yoga for years and years without any result. What may be the cause of their failure? Some are addicted to trances, with their consciousness in abeyance. Without full consciousness, what progress can there be? So don't be addicted to trances, even though they feel nice, with your consciousness in abeyance. Because after that trance is done, the consciousness comes back out again. Things arise. Without full consciousness, what progress can there be? God is the totality of consciousness. So we're trying to, if we can say that, expand that awareness out into its total fullness and oneness. Not to suppress something or control something. Many are practicing samadhis, states of rapturous absorption. In samadhis, consciousness is quite intense, yet they do not result in anything. What results do you expect? And why should jnana be the result of anything? One thing leads to another, but jnana is not a thing to be bound by causes and results, cause and effect. It is beyond causality and duality altogether. It is abidance in the self. The yogi comes to know many wonders, but of the self he remains ignorant. The Jnani may look and feel quite ordinary, but the self he knows well. There are many who strive for self-knowledge earnestly, but with scant results. What may be the cause of it? They have not investigated the sources of knowledge sufficiently. Their sensations, feelings, and thoughts they do not know well enough. This may be one cause of delay. The other, some desires may still be alive. So they have not investigated the sources of knowledge sufficiently. Their sensations, feelings, and thoughts, they do not know well enough. Nisargadatta says, if you want to go beyond something, you have to know it first. There's no spiritual bypass. You have to become fully and totally aware of everything that is happening here. Watching the mind, watching the feeling, watching the five senses, becoming totally aware. Watching all of the changing consciousness. And then turning back and watching the watcher, becoming aware of awareness residing in the self. But maybe also some desires may still be alive. There's something still going out, an outward movement. Yes, I want self-realization, but I also want this and I also want that. So it's not 100% this desire for self-realization. Although we've heard stories of people who had no desire for self-realization, at least nothing conscious, and they have realized. So again, you can never speak about the truth in words 100%. You will always find another example to support the opposite. Ups and downs in sadhana are inevitable, yet the earnest seeker plods on in spite of all. What can the Jnani do for such a seeker? If the seeker is earnest, the light can be given. The light is for all, and it's always there. The light is always there. God's grace is always there. But the seekers are few. And among those few, those who are really ready are very rare. Ripeness of heart and mind is indispensable. You must be ready. You must prepare your mind and heart and body for reality. You must wipe the mirror clean of dust. You must look at the intentions of the ego, the desires and fears. You must be honest with yourself. You must see yourself clearly and honestly. The truth will set you free. Did you get your own realization through effort or by the grace of your guru? His was the teaching, and mine was the trust. The teaching and the trust. My confidence in him made me accept his words as true. Go deep into them, live them, and that is how I came to realize what I am. The guru's person and words made me trust him, and my trust made them fruitful. Nisargadatta Maharaj met his guru, and then 3 years later, he realized. And during that 3-year process of going deep into the words of the guru, living them, he had many visions of gods and goddesses and lights, and many experiences of things that came and left, came and went. And then after 3 years, he realized himself as the absolute supreme reality. His guru said, 2 + 2 is 4. And he believed him, he trusted him. His guru, of course, said, you are the absolute supreme reality. You are not what you think yourself to be. And I believe his guru died shortly after Nisargadatta's meeting with him. So it's not that he had a real long enduring relationship with him physically, but internally, of course, he was having a relationship with his guru and the words of his guru. So was it the energy of his guru? Did his guru give him some sort of power, some transmission? I would assume yes. I would assume also that there was some sort of divine karma and dharma involved here, that it was Nisargadatta's role during his lifetime to be that which he was. Don't know why I'm saying all this right now, but but can a guru give realization without words, without trust, just like this, without any preparation? Nisargadatta Maharaj says, yes, one can, but where is the taker? Who wants this realization? Tony Parsons says that in his meetings, he says, this is the last place that the me wants to be, because the me doesn't want to die. The seeker doesn't want to die. The seeker wants to find something. It wants to get something. It wants to become something. But the me does not want to die. This is the last thing the me actually wants to hear, this message, because it is death for the me, of the me. The me wants to continue. The me wants to survive. So it doesn't really want to hear this message, and yet that which is the eternal within us, which recognizes the truth, of course it wants to hear it. But there's a bit of conflict in there between the me and reality. Ultimately, the me, of course, it's unreal. It will stop, it will end, it will die. But remember, you can only lose what you are not. This is something Jack O'Keefe told me back in 2010. You can only lose what you are not. And you are not the me. You are not the personal, limited, energetic contraction. It's not you. It may feel like you. It may be your experience now. But ultimately and eternally, it is not you. You can only lose the false. You can only lose ignorance. Why would you want to hold on to these things? Okay, you see, I was so attuned to my guru, so completely trusting him. There was so little of resistance in me that it all happened easily and quickly. No resistance. Yes, God. Yes. Yes, absolute reality. Yes, Parabrahman. I am ready. That it all happened easily and quickly. But not everybody is so fortunate. Laziness and restlessness often stand in the way, and until they are seen and removed, the progress is slow. All those who have realized on the spot by mere touch, look, or thought have been ripe for it, but such are very few. The majority need some time for ripening. Sadhana is accelerated ripening. So if you want to ripen, then engage in self-inquiry, yoga, meditation, tai chi, anything that quiets the mind, anything that awakens the awareness more predominantly, anything. Of course, listening to Nisargadatta's words is a great spiritual practice as well. And look at that part of you that resists, that doesn't want to see the truth, that doesn't want to die. Look at the laziness and the restlessness. And don't judge them, just see them. Ah, there they are. And give them love. Let them dissolve and melt. I apologize if you can hear this speaking now. My music has ended, so I will end this video. And thanks, everybody. Thank you, Sri Nisargadatta Maharaj. Blessings, peace, and love.